Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is November 9, 2018, the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as giving me all the news according to the charts. We do have a treat in store for you today. Before I get started though, on that treat, please make sure that you all go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell notification as well, so you will become notified whenever we upload this type of material to YouTube. Okay, and as well, we do have another paid service on our HueFin News Patreon page, and if you guys would like to have more information about how to read price charts, come on over to our HueFin News Patreon page. You have more personal access to us asking questions that you may not understand, and there you get your answers in that particular medium right there on our HueFin News Patreon page. The link is going to be in the description of this video as well. So once you get done watching this video, go ahead and hit that link and go ahead and sign up on our HueFin News Patreon page if you're still interested in learning more about language analysis. Okay, now what we have here today is an article from The Street. The author is by Jonas. I do not know how to pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to try. And it was uploaded today, November 9, 2018. Now, this article is trying to tell us that Square, which is a financial tech company, looks primed to rally in November. Now, once you look at this article, I will have the link in the description of this video as well if you want to read it. But the chart, I'm telling you now, does not correspond with what this article is trying to tell us. The article is trying to tell us that Square is a buy, but the chart is telling us that now is not the opportunity to come into Square and buy the stock. Okay, I went ahead and highlighted some things that he mentioned in this article about Square, and let's go through it right now. It starts off in the subcaption: "Don't let today's dip fool you. Square's uptrend is alive and well in the long run." Oh, well, all right. So I guess we need to jump on in and buy the stock today. Continue to scroll down. You can see that the height volatility in tech doesn't necessarily mean that you should steer clear, as investors try and figure out what's next for the market this fall. So just because we've seen a lot of gyrations in the stock market, he is literally telling us that we should not get out the market and sell out. As a matter of fact, we just should try to stay in and determine what's going to occur in the stock market this fall. The fact is, some of the stocks that are correcting the hardest in today's session are also the ones that have some of the biggest upside potential in the final stretch of 2018. And then he gives us a case in point: fintech firm Square. So he's trying to tell us that Square stock has the biggest upside potential in the final stretch of 2018. Square is down nearly 5% going into today's session, November 9th, 2018. But the long-term technical picture actually points to a buy the dip opportunity in shares. That is a term that a lot of stock market individuals use, telling you that whenever a stock goes down in price, you need to jump in and buy it. And that is probably the worst statement that has ever been named in the stock market: buy the dip. To figure out how to trade it, we're turning to the chart. So now he's going to give us a chart. Already you can tell that this chart is confusing. If you guys do not understand what this line at the top of the chart is, it is RSI, Relative Strength Index. And at the bottom, you can see how it compares to the S&P 500. Relative strength is in an upward trend. So obviously he's trying to tell us that if you follow the line, the market has literally been bouncing off of that line ever since the beginning of 2018. Great, wonderful, positive news. Even on the chart itself, you can see that we are trading within a channel. The market continues to show us that every time we hit the support area, we're bouncing off and seeing increased move in price. We've done that multiple times in less than a month here at the end of this chart. Okay, that is a huge clue to you that the market is not overly as strong as it once was here. Okay, we bounced in the beginning of January 2018. We came back down and bounced of it about the middle half of February, and then we didn't do it until May. Here, towards the end of this particular chart, you can see that we came about the beginning, middle half of October, came right back down towards the end of October, and we literally did not make any progression towards the middle half of this trading channel. So those are all clues already that Square is not prime for higher prices for November. He goes on and says that you don't need to be a technical trading expert to spot the overarching trend in Square right now, which everyone knows the overall trend is to the upside. Shares have been bouncing their way up and to the right in an extremely well-defined uptrend since the start of the year. Yes, it has. Every retracement to trendline support has provided a low-risk buying opportunity with a high probability of upside. True. Every time the market came and held support, it got us a quick bounce in the market to where it moved higher in price. So that as well is true too. That makes November's test of support look like a buying opportunity, not a cause for concern. Okay, that's his opinion. Square's bullish trajectory is being confirmed by relative strength, which is a side indicator which we do not pay attention to, not on this particular channel. You don't need it. Relative strength has been pushing higher in an upward trend of its own all year long, signaling that Square has been systematically outperforming the rest of the broad market. Okay, great. If you're thinking about taking the Square trade here, risk management is key. This is the paragraph that literally gives him an out in the market just in case Square does not bounce and move to the upside in November. Risk management is key, obviously. All trend lines do eventually break, so already he's trying to say that he might be wrong. So it's crucial to be able to react quickly if that happens here. The 200-day moving average has been acting like a decent product for support this fall, making it a logical place to park a protective stop beneath. So what he's saying to you is that, okay, if you think that Square is a buy, if you're going to take what I have written in this article and you decide to buy some shares of Square, please understand that I have already pointed to you that the market can break this trend line. So don't blame him for when the market goes to the downside. If Square violates its 200-day moving average, then the uptrend is in jeopardy, and it makes sense to bail on this trade. So already he is telling you that it's likely Square is going to continue to move lower. And at the end, he tells you to buy the dips. More bad information. Now let's go ahead and look at the price chart and give you a very quick analysis of what we're expecting the market to do in Square. Okay, we wasted 8 minutes already looking at this article, but once we look at the price chart and you understand language analysis, you could get it done quite fast. This is the monthly chart for Square, and obviously already off the back you can tell that there's no strength even coming into the market. I went ahead and I've drawn this ascension line in the space, so literally I'm still seeing some weakness coming into the market for Square. We have came already and held support at $70, very positive, but overall we still have to contend with this last month of October. Okay, and what is currently forming in November continues to show us that the continuation to the downside is still here. Okay, and then all I got to do is go ahead and look at the weekly chart, and today was the last day of the week for Square. So this is the final conclusion of the market in Square, and we're still seeing indications of weakness in this particular space. I am not seeing Square moving to the upside right now. I'm still expecting it to move to the downside, even hold that $65, maybe even $70 price again. But overall, this is not an opportunity to come into Square. This particular weekly chart, the monthly chart, all is still telling us that weakness is here. So the article and the price chart definitely is not corresponding one with another. Please understand that that article is not accurate. The price chart, which is the truth, is giving us a very different depiction. So our analysis would be for Square to continue to move to the downside, or at best maintain this consolidation that has been in over the last month $80 as resistance, and support right here around $68. Okay, that's the best that I'm looking for Square to do for the month of November. Overall, I'm still seeing weakness, and it has a higher probability of moving to the downside. Okay, so tell us your opinion. Give us your comment as to what you think Square is going to do for the month of November. Leave a comment in the comment section of this video, and while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it as well to everyone else so they can see how easy it is to analyze price charts. Make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.